Hey, my name's Matt, welcome to the Meat Hunters. It's snowing here today in Stockholm. I've just finished setting up the prelude because we're going hunting in Africa. That's right, I am lucky enough to be invited by Rob from Benula Sporting Estate to come and document his Cape Buffalo hunt. This is a 3-part series where, of course, we go Cape Buffalo hunting, I do some archery, and this episode here, this starting one, is also special. We managed to get a big bush pig and big warthog all in 12 hours, which not a lot of people can say they've done. If you've been to South Africa before, you know this road well. The trip, even though it takes 4 hours, goes by fast. And upon arrival, I was greeted in African style by this nice python. As nice as he was, we had to relocate him out of the camp, away from dogs and anything else that may hurt him. Matt, who's a PH on this trip, and you'll meet shortly, made short work of him and got him out safely. Now that I could get into my room, it was time to get settled in and hit the sack, because tomorrow was going to be a busy day. So the plan for today is to try and get Rob a bush pig. So we're heading out to check some of the bait sites. And while the bait sites aren't exactly what I call desirable, they seem to be doing the trick, and there's some good sized pigs on the camera there. If you don't know much about bush pigs, they are notoriously nocturnal. And so our sit tonight is going to be up on this beautiful warm spot, which is called Baboon Rock. An absolute fantastic spot to watch the sun go down and settle in for the evening. And now's a great time to introduce to you the two legends that are hosting us. Stanley Petersea grew up on these lands and is the owner of Stanley Petersea Safaris. And last but not least, Matt Mare, an absolute legend of a man, and you'll be seeing plenty of him. As mentioned, the pigs are going to be coming in at night, so Rob's opted to use a thermal sight, and we have two handheld ones to help with the spotting. Rob's rifle is a nice Blaser R8 chambered in 300 Win Mag with a muzzle brake. One thing I can never get over, and I hope I never get over in Africa, is the sunsets. This is by far the most magical time in Africa, and it's where a lot of things start to come to life. The colours, the scenery, everything changes. It's a magical moment that you have to experience. And as the sun goes down, the excitement builds up, because not long after sunset, the first pigs showed up. 4 bush pigs were coming in, and one really nice male. Even through the thermals, we could tell this was a great mature one because of the bump on its nose, which is typical for a very old boar. Whereas if you look at the sow, even though she's bigger, her face is lacking bumps and is much more conical. Now all we had to do was wait for a good shot opportunity. The boar here, as you can see, is actually tucked in behind that tree there. We just need to hope that they all move around and give us a shot. And after about 10 minutes, he gave us that opportunity, and Rob didn't waste any time. We were pretty sure that Rob had drilled him. But if you don't like hunting or are a bit squeamish, don't watch this next part. The evidence was pretty clear that he wasn't going far.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, yeah, that's a huge piece of lung.
Yeah.
He can't be far. Just on that adrenaline.
Cough off your lung up, it's still good.
Africa, right?
Much bigger than I thought. Congratulations, my friend. I was like that. Blood, blood, blood. It's there. Yeah. I was wondering, I'm looking at like, what is this stuff? Well done, boys. What a way to start the trip, man. Yeah, yeah. First day, first animal down. Yeah. It's almost like we know what we're doing.
Exactly. Done this once or twice. getting up.
Some beers in the cooler box.
Well, I'm glad you did that.
Mate,
See,
come on.
manifest positive energy.
Yeah, so good evening, first night here, first day here. As you can see, we've got a cracking bush pig down, for those who don't know what this is. It's a boar bush pig. We picked him up on the trail camera, we've set some trail cameras out, and 4 actually came in, and he was the oldest and the only male in the group. You can see sort of, well, you might not be able to see, but he's going back a bit in the hindquarters, and he's quite old, so it was a good animal to take. But huge thanks to Stanley Pizzo Safaris for getting us there today. Great result.
A great result indeed, Rob. Now this next part, I know what you're thinking, you've already seen it. Shooting a warthog from a blind with a 300, hardly a challenge, right? Well, I gotta set you right. We were only there and it was haphazard that Rob managed to shoot this thing. After this buffalo hunt in the morning you're watching now, after it got too hot and the buffalo had gone all bedded down somewhere, we decided to go and sit in the blind just before lunchtime, and I was going to take my bow and see if we could get an impala or something just to shake some dust off. Luckily for Rob, he decided to bring his 300 along, and as you'll hear later on, he's in utter disbelief that the pig actually does turn up. Did you guys know pythons can swim? I didn't until this day. We thought we might get lucky and see him hit one of these doves. However, they knew he was there and kept him at range. And then he was joined by a friend. But unfortunately for us, and lucky for the doves, everything walked away unharmed. We had a good lot of traffic, and remember, we were only here a couple of hours. And it was on the back end of a visit from this little guy when I spotted the pig.
What happened?
Huh?
Wow, it's a big pig.
Oh man, I'm like I had my fingers in my ears. Yeah,
It's quite loud inside, yeah.
man. Yeah.
This,
And I put this on here on purpose.
do you know this blue
Yeah.
shit's all in my eyes?
All in the dust.
I was like that with dust, and he was moving off to the right.
Yeah, it sounded like he crashed too. Oh, he's a big boy.
What a hogzilla. That's a very, very good tree.
I thought he was taking the piss.
So did I. I was like,
Big warthog. I was like, yeah, go off.
I saw the impala looking up, so I was like, maybe something else is coming in, and then he just hit pig. I was like, big pig? And I just saw that one tusk, I was like, big pig, get the gun. We're not bow hunting anymore. That's come to a halt.
Rob, on the scale of 1 to 10, how barred up are you, mate?
Yeah, good.
I don't know anyone that's shot a bush pig the first night and a big pig the second day.
And there you go, just like that, Rob's managed to do something that not a lot of people have done. And what an absolutely beautiful hog. Up next, we're going to be doing my little bit of bow hunting, and unfortunately, it doesn't have a nice ending.
Just like to thank my mum as well.